10 Masterpieces Lost During World War II. Hello curious people. In a time when we want to return to normal, today we present an incredible story about 10 masterpieces lost during World War II. Art theft and looting occurred on massive scale during World War II, and it all started with Adolf Hitler's unsuccessful career as an artist. He was denied admission to the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts, but he thought of himself as a connoisseur of the arts, and when became the great leader, he had a dream to create the European Art Museum in Linz that would collect all the greatest masterpieces in the world. The hunt for masterpieces kept in conquered countries begun. Luckily, most of these items were recovered by agents of the Monuments, Fine Arts, and Archives program, affectionately referred to as the Monuments Men. You know the movie and the book about them? Unfortunately, many of these masterpieces are still missing. There is an international effort underway to identify German plunder that still remains unaccounted for, with the aim of ultimately returning the items to the rightful owners, their families or their respective countries. Here is the list of 10 masterpieces that went missing or were destroyed during the Two World War. The first, Raphael, Portrait of a Young Man, from 1513. It's Poland's most famous art loss from World War II. Portrait of a Young Man was taken from the Czartoryski's family collection in Krakow to be placed in Hitler's Fuhrer Museum in 1939. It went missing at the end of the war, but every couple of months unverified rumors suggest it was found somewhere lately in a Swiss bank vault. The second, Vincent van Gogh, Painter on His Way to Work, from 1888. This Van Gogh was stolen by the Nazis and then lost by fire under Allied bomb attack on the town of Magdeburg, Germany. Luckily, the lost work have survived through print reproductions. The third, Gustav Klimt, The Stone Breakers, from 1849. The Stone Breakers were destroyed during World War II, along with 154 other pictures, when a transport vehicle moving the pictures to the castle of Königstein, near Dresden, was bombed by Allied forces in February 1945. The fourth, Gustav Klimt, Philosophy, from 1907, ceiling panel for the Great Hall of Vienna University. Upon presenting his paintings commissioned by University of Vienna entitled Philosophy, Medicine and Jurisprudence, Klimt came under attack for pornography and perverted excesses in the paintings. In the end, none of the paintings would go on display in the university. In the very end, in May 1945, all three paintings were destroyed by retreating SS forces. In 1911, Medicine and Jurisprudence were bought by Klimt's friend and fellow artist, Coleman Moser. Medicine eventually came into the possession of a Jewish family, and in 1938 the painting was seized by Germany. In 1943, after a final exhibition, they were moved to Schloss Immendorf, a castle in Lower Austria, for protection. In May 1945, the paintings were destroyed as retreating German SS forces set fire to the castle to prevent it falling into enemy hands. All that remains now are preparatory sketches and a few photographs. Only one photograph remains of the complete painting of Medicine, taken just before it was destroyed. The fifth, Andreas Schluter, The Amber Room, from 18th century. The Amber Room is a world-famous chamber decorated in amber panels backed with gold leaf and mirrors, located in the Catherine Palace of Tsarskoye Selo near St. Petersburg. Originally constructed in the 18th century in Prussia, the Amber Room disappeared during World War II and was recreated in 2003. The Amber Room was looted during World War II by Army Group north of Nazi Germany and brought to Königsberg for reconstruction and display. Its current whereabouts remain a mystery. The sixth, Giovanni Bellini, Madonna with Child, from 1430. This masterpiece was moved from a Berlin museum to a Berlin Friedrichshain Flak Tower, which was located in an area under Russian control in the early 1940s. However, most of the objects in that said tower were either stolen or believed to be destroyed, including this particular Bellini piece. The seventh, Gustav Klimt, Portrait of Trude Steiner, from 1900. This is a portrait of the daughter of Viennese collector Jenny Steiner, and was taken by the Nazis after Steiner's escape from Austria in 1938. It was consequently sold to an unknown person in 1941 and was never seen since then. The eighth, Rembrandt van Rijn, An Angel with Titus's Features. This masterpiece was stored in a French countryside chateau before the Nazis took it with them to Paris in 1943. There, it was set aside to be installed in Hitler's museum, along with 332 other artworks. 162 of those pieces were found since, but no leads for this one. The 9th. Canaletto, Piazza Santa Margherita. The search is still on for this Canaletto landscape. This landscape painting by Canaletto was part of Jacques Goudsticker's private collection, which the Nazis seized and purged after he fled to the Netherlands in 1940. Some of the artworks from that collection had been returned to Goudsticker's heirs, though art investigators are still looking for this one. The last masterpiece. Edgar Degas, Five Dancing Women, The Ballerinas. The Nazis got hold of this pastel work by Degas when they took Baron Morlipet Herzog's collection, a Jewish-Hungarian art collector. The Baron Herzog's heirs have filed a lawsuit against Hungary, which seeks the return of his collection, though this work seems to be lost. In the end, I would like to thank you for watching us, and I would like to invite you to subscribe and like our channel.